Stay ahead of the game with the MOJO. We got picks, hot takes, all the info. Mo dropping stats, crunching numbers, that's the vibe. Joe say what he see and feel, gon' decide. If you ain't tuning in, throw a flag on the play. It's going down over here the MOJO way.
One. I already clicked it.
And we're live.
And we're live now.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. This is going to be like the last time I see you.
Yep.
For like months.
Yep. I said goodbye to Jessica tonight, and I said, don't go into labor.
I told Mel, because she's like, well, Jess has to be close, right? I go, oh, yeah. I go, she's scheduled for the 2nd, but at this point, it's at any point.
Anytime.
And I go, if he gets the phone call in the middle of this, I go, I'm not stopping. And I go, I'm not cutting it. I'm leaving it in.
Yeah, Braden was 2 weeks early, so definitely can happen anytime.
Yeah. How was Ella?
She waited.
Yeah.
To her due date. Yeah. So, and I think once you have one early, the chances increase of the other ones being early. But so far, so good.
Oh man,
we'll see.
Is that it? Is three the final number?
Yeah, we're calling it.
You sure?
Oh yeah, 100%.
This isn't going to be like,
Nope. There'll be no chance.
4 times the charm.
Nope. There'll be no chance of that happening.
Well, we snuck in one more. So we did the draft. This is our free agency and draft recap and schedule release party before we depart.
Off-season recap.
Yeah.
Because then they're doing the mini camps, like the rookie mini camps and stuff. But after this, it's like, nothing happens till training camp kicks off at the end of July.
Pretty much. So honestly, like, kudos to you and Jess. You guys are having a kid at the right time.
I know. It worked out.
For the podcast.
It worked out for Ella. That worked out well. And then Braden, he was August. So first of all, I feel terrible that Jess had to be pregnant in the middle of the summer. Today was brutal, 90 degrees.
Oh yeah, today sucked.
I even told her, I didn't remember, how did you do it? We didn't have another kid at the time though. So
yeah, right.
It wasn't I say this as if I was the one that was pregnant. I imagine it was not as bad. And then there was a COVID season. So I just remember, I think we played the Seahawks, like Sunday Night Football week 2 or 3. And I just remember holding newborn Braden, like watching the game. Jess she was asleep because he never slept. So we were very tired.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, not great at all. And I think, I don't know if I've told the story on this here podcast before, but the night before he was born, it was COVID, obviously, so the hockey playoffs just happened to be in August, which they never are because the season got delayed, and we were watching the Bruins in overtime, and they went to like double overtime. Why we were watching, I don't know. Yeah. And they lost because that's what they do. So we stayed up till like 2 a.m., and we went to bed, and then 2 hours later, her water broke.
Oh, that's right.
And then we didn't sleep again for months.
The one night you stayed up late, that was it.
I'm pretty sure I went on 2 hours of sleep for like 5 months because he didn't sleep through the night until New Year's Eve. That was the first night he slept through the night.
Is she still working right now, or is she?
Yeah. I think this is the last week. I think she's going to wrap it up early.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, probably good.
It's coming down to the wire now.
Yeah, when I was leaving, she's like, bye, I'll probably be in the same position when you get home.
Was she in bed already, or was she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time.
Well, at least she won't be pregnant for the summer. So there's that at least.
Yes, there are silver linings. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice. We got like a summer tease today and yesterday.
Oof, it's pretty warm in this room. I'm not gonna lie. When I put the lights on, I was like, it's gonna get toasty in here.
It's gonna be a little toasty.
That's
all right. That's why I did the white tee. Show off the
guns. Yeah.
Brand new white tee.
I mean, it's a little toasty. Yeah. Couldn't put a jersey on today.
I actually bought this white tee in the bag of 8 or whatever, and I bought it like 2 years ago. Literally just opened them like last week.
That is such a you move.
Because like one of the shirts was getting one of my other white shirts. I realized I didn't need them all because I bought 2 packs, and one of them I used. The other one I literally just put in the top of the closet. And then one of the ones I was like, this one's feeling short. I just threw it away, and I finally opened the bag. And then later that night, Jess is like, is that a new shirt? How did you notice? It's
like a 2-year investment.
Hey, inflation, man. I actually made money. I made money on this deal.
No, it's true.
Yeah, so she's like, oh, it's just like, it looks brighter or whatever. I was like, I mean, yes and no. It is not new, But it is new.
But it is.
It is new to
if
my
you play
body.
it right, they can be new.
Just buy all your clothes 2 years ahead of time. So by the time inflation kicks in,
yeah, you're good. Honestly, the package of the white tees, they fade out, and they don't wash well.
no.
They fade out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Just
Yeah.
now you got a pack of 8, so you still have a pack of 6.
No, this was the second pack. The first one I originally did open. I must have bought them on sale or something. I must have bought them in bulk.
You thinking ahead.
I know.
Knowing those gas prices are going to go through the roof. Sweet baby razor. I'm going to crack this one open.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we did the notch last time.
Yeah, it was good, though. I liked it.
I did, too. That's why I rebought that, actually.
I did have that other NA over ice. What was the name of that one?
Which one?
The red one you got us?
The Paloma.
Yeah,
Paloma?
it was good.
Oh.
It was good over ice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did she have any, or did you...
Just a sip.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you could. She's like, I know. But just be silly, yeah. But
Yeah.
a sip of that. She was taking 2 sips. Well, I mean, one of the ones we got, I forget which one it was. The ones we liked like every single one of them. Do you remember which one that was? It was like hikers. I've seen the commercial online. And
Was
like,
it when we bought the mixed
yeah.
package of them?
Yeah. And I think on their ad, I think it was them. I could be wrong. But it was like a pregnant lady. Like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was a commercial I saw on the internet.
Oh, I do remember we had a mixed package of...
And everyone went well.
Yeah, they were pretty good. I don't remember which one it was, though. Shit. I don't know. But I did like that one, though, the notch. I rebought that. We had a little fight night, card night, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the fucking notch again.
Yeah.
So I did.
Did you watch Ronda Rousey on Netflix?
I watched it the next morning, because I'm not staying up that late. I stayed up that late the night before to watch the UFC, and it was 2 title fights. And even though they start an hour earlier,
Yeah.
I still got over at like 1. And I'm going to tell you this. I've been an earlier riser and an earlier bedtime guy.
Yeah.
I stayed up till 1 to watch that. Didn't drink. I mean, other than just having NAs, so I didn't drink alcohol. Woke up at my normal time. I felt like I went on a fucking bender. It like literally just staying up a few hours later, I was like, I have a fucking hangover from staying up late. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I must have been, I think it was the week after the Rochester trip, and I think we recorded, and I was just like, I felt sick. I felt like literally sick. I was like, I think I'm getting sick. And then I forget what was that, and Jessica goes, I think you're just tired. Like I was so tired. I went to bed at like 7 o'clock.
Oh, dude, I love those nights.
Like 2 nights in a row. She's like, just lay down and go to bed. I was out. I was literally just out. She like, it's usually her in the room and me out and about, just like milling around. She like, nope, it was me in bed, and she was like closing all the blinds, letting the dog out and stuff, and I was just, ooh boy, I felt fine the next day.
I look forward to those. The Sunday was like that because I went to the beach, and the sun would just fucking kick your ass.
Wow.
So I was probably in bed like just barely after 8, and it was like I put on a little YouTube video, put it next to my pillow, and I didn't watch that for more than fucking 90 seconds. I was gone.
Wow, nice. We did the Calm app a couple times, like the sleep stories. They worked pretty well.
Oh yeah,
I didn't think they were going to do anything for me, but no, they put me out.
I do a little soundscape. Eventually, I do wake up and realize I'm not watching YouTube anymore, and I like the next video is always the one I want, like the soundscape. I just go out, out like a light. So from the draft, we did the first round of the draft.
We did.
We'll touch base. You guys had a lot of picks.
We did. We traded at least 2 of them to move up for Lomu at 28, 29. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to bring this up. We traded up for, Caleb Lomu, the 28th pick. They were surprised he was there. So there was, I think we talked about this the night of the draft. There were 7 offensive linemen with first round grades. And then after that, I don't think our offensive lineman went to like the 3rd or 4th round. So you had to get him.
Yeah.
He was the last one left. A lot of people didn't think he was a variable guy. But the right tackle from Utah went in the top 10. He played left tackle. And people wondered why he played left tackle, and the coach at Utah just said it was just a comfort thing. The other guy was more comfortable at right. He could play right, which is probably what he's going to do. The only problem here is usually in the first round you like to see a guy who can contribute right away. but we have Moses playing right tackle, who is the oldest man in the world at 36 years old. And so it seems like Lomu's going to sit at least 1 year, but it's also you can never have too much depth at offensive line. I think we saw what happened with the Chargers last year.
Yeah.
Their right tackle, their left tackle.
Yeah, and honestly, when you go deep into the playoffs or deep into the season, you need those rotational guys.
I still can't believe that the Texans traded Tunsil to you guys. It just boggles my.
And look what happened.
Right,
like
you're right. You have a franchised quarterback, and you traded a starting left tackle. There's not many of those guys around. That's the problem. Like offensive line.
No.
What do we say every single year? Offensive lines are a problem.
I know, and look at even Trent Williams got paid again because of that. Like, and he's been in the league for 14 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Yeah. So this is an interesting thing. They've definitely invested a lot in the offensive line. It's interesting because we're going to have potentially, if Moses retires, which I don't think he is, he's been there for the offseason, or if he played all games last year. They managed him, but it surprisingly did play every single game. But we could potentially have 3 new starters. Well, so Bradbury got traded to the Bears because their guy retired, so that he got traded there, and then they drafted a center. Jared Wilson moved from left guard to center, which is his natural position. We got Vera Tucker from the Jets at left guard, and then potentially Lomo at right tackle. So it should be could be 3 out of 5 shifting. Vera Tucker is really good. We got him in free agency, but he's very injury prone. So we'll see what happens.
You need your line.
Yep, got to protect baby Drake.
You need your line. Yeah, it kind of sucked because Washington only had 6 picks total, and they really didn't trade at all. They just stayed at 6 picks, so they didn't have a second rounder. So in the third round, which I asked you about because your friend is a Clemson guy, I had to get some intel here.
Yeah,
Antonio Williams, a wide receiver, so which they needed. They needed some weapons there.
Yep.
It's funny how. Because June 1st is coming up so fast because they keep saying about like the AJ trade. There's still guys like Diggs out there and Debo, right, unsigned. It's like we're getting into June now. And like the trades are one thing because there's that post June 1st where there's like a discount type thing with Philly with the trade, right?
Yep.
So AJ, especially because they drafted
the wide
Mekhi Lemon.
Yep.
They're going to trade AJ, but I think Washington still probably needs another piece, whether it's Diggs for a year or Debo comes back for a year.
Yeah, I thought I saw someone say there's interest in Diggs there, but maybe that was make believe.
He went to college in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
So he is from the area, and again, but then there's people like, is he going to take reps away from Antonio Williams? He's a rookie, and honestly, we really don't have like a true number 2.
Yeah.
I'm fine with even taking Debo back for a year.
It. You need that chain mover. That chain mover. He's not obviously what he once was, but he was good last year. He was our first 1,000-yard receiver since Julian Edelman. So that's what 7 years, 6-7 years. He moves the chains. For us. He was a very good locker room guy. I think part of it is if you sign him, they need to tell him what his role is, and he will mold to whatever that role is. Like he was a good locker room guy. Got people hyped up, and came in big areas. He did fade at the end of the year, which makes sense, age and whatnot. But
but he stayed mostly healthy, and he gave you 1,000 yards. Because then it's like, all right, well, Washington's also tied to Ayuk, which is another like post June 1st cut, right? Because nobody's going to trade for him. Yeah. But it's like, I get it. It's Jaden's boy, and they might go that route, veteran minimum or whatever the fuck they do. But it's like he hasn't played football in 18 months.
Right.
Would you rather have Ayuk or Diggs, who outside of that injury in Houston has been fairly healthy?
Yeah.
And he's not the same guy he was, in Minnesota and Buffalo and all that shit. But it's like, I don't know, man. As a number 2 guy that gave you 1,000 yards last year versus Ayuk.
I don't know if I would take it with Ayuk. I don't know. He's too. I mean, him and Jaden being friends is an interesting caveat to it, but he just like quit. He quit on his entire team, and he quit on a lot of money. Like you never see that. You never see that. Millions and millions and millions.
Millions of dollars, and then also like again, there's 2 sides of the story. That's fine, but it's also just what kind of condition is he in?
Yeah.
Like you saw, I mean, they did pictures of him too. They're like, oh, he might be out of shape.
Oh boy.
You saw what happened with Terry last year with the soft tissue issues, right? Because he signed late and they did his, the contract shit. That was like a few months.
Yeah, 1 year is bad enough. Closing on 2 years, that's Deshaun Watson territory. He missed almost 2 years of football, and he has never been the same.
No. So I'm not, even if they sign him, I'm not expecting much. But also it's like, I don't know why you couldn't sign him and Debo or a Diggs. Right? Yeah. Why not get two of them?
Yep.
They don't really have a lot of depth at that position. I think it's Luke McCaffrey, Antonio Williams, Jalen Lane, who's more of a return guy, Treylon Burks, De'Ami Brown, but it's not like a ton of.
Yeah, they need
like a true number two.
Yeah, they need one more,
even for a year.
Yeah,
like you guys signed Diggs for 3 years, and he did a year.
Yeah, I think we even talked about it last year, where it's like, oh, that's a lot of money for 3 years, but right away we said like, no, it's funny money. It's a 1 year deal wrapped up as a 3 year deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, we drafted a running back in round 6, and then we got a center in round 6, and, we also drafted a quarterback in round 7. So I think we stockpiled more in free agency. We filled a lot of holes, even on short-term contracts.
Yep.
Versus the draft. I think their big one was Sonny Styles. I still think it's funny that they only signed Chase on to 1 year.
I thought he would get more.
Yeah.
I really
don't know
did.
Why he didn't.
Yeah, that is very interesting, and I thought we were going to let him walk for that exact reason. I thought someone was going to want to overpay him or pay him for too much. But what was it, like 1 year, like $7.5 million?
Yeah, it wasn't much. It wasn't much. I was kind of surprised that he didn't get a 2 or a 3. But
yeah, and a lot of our signings were like 1 for 1. Like we lost Diggs, we signed Dobbs. Excuse me. Let me just see, what was that other guy's name? We lost our safety. We signed Byard from the Bears. We lost the tight end Hooper. We signed Julian Hill. Draymond Jones, that's what I was thinking of. He replaced Chase on. They were like the exact same stats, 1 for 1 across the. So a lot of it 1 for 1. No big splashes. And then some special teamers and stuff like that. The big one that I'm interested in is we got Reggie Gilliam, the fullback from the Bills, who was the best fullback in the league. And the one thing we had a tight end masquerading as a fullback last year because the guy we had, our undrafted guy, got hurt in training camp. And McDaniels is a big fullback guy. We had Devlin back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. And one of our problems was short yardage situations. So I'm really interested in having a fullback back there. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, who else? We lost Dobbs. Good old Dobbs.
The other Dobbs.
Who was that safety we lost?
Where did Josh Dobbs go? My boy Dobbs.
I don't know where he went.
Did I show you the Immaculate Grid game? Have we discussed this at all?
Immaculate Grid. I don't think so.
So honestly, I think you would get addicted to this game too.
Oh yeah.
So this came out from.
I don't have a very addictive personality.
You would on this game, I think. You would, and they do it for basketball, they do it for baseball, but you would get addicted to it for football.
Let's find out.
Type it in.
The grid game.
Type in the Immaculate Grid.
Wait, we've talked about this. I feel like we've talked about this.
We probably have.
You have to like name names or something like that.
This is. So when you type in the Immaculate Grid, you'll see, just click on football. It'll come up with a different one. Click on football.
Yep. Immaculate Grid, there's baseball.
Yep. And then you click on the football one.
I don't see it.
It should be, even if you click the baseball, you could switch to football.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Put your football knowledge to the test. Yeah, I think you've told me this before.
So this was a thing that got introduced a couple of years ago between Alex and his friend Henry. And I forgot about it completely, and it resurfaced like a month or so ago, right? And then one day I was in a meeting at work, me and this other kid, and I'm playing the grid, and then I told him about it. So then now this turned into, it was just me and him.
It's like Wordle.
Every day, and we put it up, we find a conference room, we got a third guy, then we got a fourth guy in.
Nice.
Every day we find like 15 minutes to a half hour to literally play the grid game. And like sometimes we do it fast and we'll just go pick an old one to practice on. But it's fucking addicting. It's hard by yourself because you kind of, like today, you throw shit against the wall. We were talking about somebody and I was like.
You played it today.
I would play today's at work.
You know what it is. You know who
well,
it is.
There could be multiple answers. You can't use the same person twice.
Okay.
But there's multiple answers per square. So one of the names I threw out because somebody was trying to guess somebody on.
You have to answer every single square.
Yeah, and you only get 9 guesses, or you don't win. And also, the rarer it is. So it's like if you have like a 2%. If this is 2%, that means it's a little bit more rare. The rarer, the better. You want to have a good rarity score because like some of them are obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So. You think about that.
Okay. So
I don't know what was today's
50 plus sacks.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some obvious ones.
Okay.
You can do the obvious ones. It's just we try to think not the most obvious ones.
So I see this is the Bills logo, the Chargers logo, the Browns logo, the Rams logo,
So they had to have played one regular season or postseason game for both of those teams. So if you're looking at the Bills and the Browns.
Do I just click any square?
You click any square and start typing a name for where you think they fit in, and it'll tell you if you're right.
Bruce Smith. Select. He did not.
Wait,
what?
Let me see what you're looking at.
I clicked this box under the Bills.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So it goes like this. So for 50 plus sacks in the career, it goes all the way across. So you're trying to find for the Browns, you're trying to find somebody who played for the Browns and the Chargers, the Browns and the Bills, and then the 50 sack. So the 50 sack thing only counts for these teams. And then these two up here go down. So you have to find somebody who played for the Bills and the Ravens.
Okay.
And then the Bills and the Rams and the Bills and the Browns. So it goes like that. So it kind of like crosses.
Okay.
It's become a whole thing. So that was just like I had to derail for a second because I just wanted to point that out because this has become a daily thing at work.
I'll have to give it a whirl and figure it out. There was a long explanation that I just clicked past, and I probably should have done that.
Yeah, but you'll get it anyway.
All right.
But it just reminded me because we were talking about Chase on, and today for the grid, somebody was trying to think of somebody on defense for New England, and I go Chase on, and he goes no, but Jude on, and I was like, okay, so you just throw shit against the wall, and somebody will pick it up and get the right answer.
That's funny. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it again. I'll try it tomorrow.
There you go. Try it tomorrow. There's a new one every day.
And everyone gets the same one.
Yeah, everybody gets the same one.
It's like Wordle-ish.
Well, I don't know what that means, but sure.
You know what Wordle is?
No, is it like Scrabble?
It's just, you get like, it's a 5-letter word, and you get so many guesses. You get like the letters.
Okay.
And you get so many options to like pick a letter that it goes in the slot. It's kind of like Hangman, really.
Okay.
Every day it's a new Wordle. Everyone plays it. I don't play it. Jess plays it.
Sounds like you play it.
I tried it. I didn't love it, so I stopped.
You might love this though.
Yeah, but like you get streaks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, "Oh my god, I lost my 2-year streak with Wordle."
This is like Snapchat streaks. Remember when that was a thing?
I do remember that was.
I never did that, but people were like, "Oh, I have my Snapchat streak." And they're just like sending pictures of like, nothing.
I never did it intentionally, but you get like 10 in a row, and then you stop.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard of people doing that, but it's like
I've heard people like I have to keep my streak going. I don't want your photos. I don't want anything.
No, because then people would literally just take a picture of like nothing. Just put your phone down, take a picture, and send it because it's to keep your streak going.
No,
it's child's play.
That's right. Snapchat is gone.
That's true. We are like the anti-social media.
Oh, it's so bad. So we were watching. This is a quick segue. Netflix documentary. Called The Crash.
Oh,
do you watch it?
I'm sorry, I'm not finished, but also like I watched it yesterday, and I've asked multiple people, if they've watched this.
Yep,
continue.
We did watch it, And
Nice.
yep. I should start. Jess was watching it. I was reading.
Yep.
Or trying to read, but like I was engrossed. I was listening to it. But then like they kept showing the TikToks and the social media stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I don't want to sound like an old man yelling at a cloud, although I'm going to later when we talk about the schedule. But it's like these kids, like holy crap, it's bad.
It's bad, but I feel like it's been bad.
It's badder. Is it bad?
And I think it's just been bad. Like,
Yeah.
you got to think about, for us, like, there's still a good portion of our age people. Maybe not. I mean, we're kind of in the, like, that think that that's stupid.
Yeah.
But then there's still people that do it.
Oh god, there's so many people that do it.
Maybe
my parents told me all my entire life, don't believe everything you read. Now my mother's sharing AI videos nonstop. One of Jess's favorite things is her sharing these videos, and she's like, look at this. She's like, it's stuff. It's like stuff washing up on the ocean, just like fake stuff.
Don't believe everything you see. Yeah. Fucking just sharing AI videos. It's so funny.
But I never hear anything about until Jess tells me about it. Like we have a family chat on Messenger.
Yeah,
like, I'm in it, but I never get them.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure I know how to fix it, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
so I just don't. But Jess gets them. Yeah. So that's always fun. But the documentary is pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
It's wild, and like I vaguely remember seeing that girl in the courtroom. Like I remember, I think
it's happening.
Well, like I remember her sentencing. I don't remember the full story, but I remember seeing that girl before in court.
Yep.
When they showed the video of, I was like watching. I'm like, I didn't think they were going to show that. I could only imagine the people in that courtroom and the parents.
Yeah, because it was the first time they seen it.
That I rewound it and I was shook the second time. Like it was fucking crazy. Like just seeing that and hearing the crash, and like once in the beginning of the documentary they show the car, like they must have been flying, for the car was completely wrecked.
Yeah.
Pieces everywhere, and then you see it happen. Like holy shit.
Yep.
That was crazy.
It was crazy.
But yeah, I don't know, social media thing. It's weird.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Way weirder. It's so weird. I was reading a thing saying that people's attention spans have dropped like 2 minutes. Like people's brains can't stay focused on something for more than 15 seconds now. It used to be like 2.5 minutes.
Oof.
So that's whenever I catch myself looking at those short form videos, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. And I'm trying to get more into the long form. I'm trying to read more. I'm trying to do more audiobooks now that I'm commuting again. So it's been fun. So like I'm doing it now where I'll get the book, and then I'll also get the audiobook on Libby. Shout out Libby. It's if you get a library card, you can get free ebooks and free audiobooks.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
You just have to wait for the whole, like some other people borrow them. There's only like 8, but I get audiobooks for free, and like I'll buy the book, so I'll read it, and then when I'm driving to and from work, I'll audiobook it, so it helps speed up the process.
No, that's fair. I've tried some of the audiobooks when I'm driving, and it's like I can't listen as intently as like a podcast. I can go in and out of.
Yeah.
A book, I feel like I'm doing it a disservice. I'm not paying attention the whole time.
I typically listen at 1.5 speed, but then if I'm like, oh, this is an interesting chapter, I'll slow it down, or I'll just not listen and read it. Like I have to read this chapter. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been fun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I had a book recommended to me, and I was like, they go, an audiobook? I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't read. I think I can read. Like Mel started reading like last year. She reads, I mean, she's blown through books. Like she reads at night when she's in bed. I'm like, good for you, man. Like, I'm more of a visual guy, I think.
On the visual mediums. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it's like definitely a before bedtime thing. I don't read as much as I used to. If it's a book series that I'm really interested in, I'll fly through it. But if it's something like the book series I'm reading right now is a six book series, and I stopped at book 3 like 10 years ago, legitimately. I was like, I have to freaking finish this. So I have to finish it. So I'm just powering through it. And before that, I picked up another book series that was like 15 books long. And when I opened up the book I hadn't read in like 15 years, I literally found a receipt inside from 2009.
Oh my God.
So I was like, hey, that's when I stopped reading it.
Oh my God.
But I had to finish. That's when I discovered the audiobook trick. I was like, okay, I can do both.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've tried to trick myself into thinking that I'm going to read. I just don't read. It's just not for me, man.
Yeah, I always think I should try other like nonfiction or biographies, but I just don't care.
I know.
I don't care enough about these people.
Yeah. I mean, I love watching documentaries, though.
Yeah, documentaries are cool.
Documentaries are great. There's some good ones on Netflix. Really shines with their documentaries. Not so much the original content.
The Untold series is good.
The Untold's great.
The Pacers one was good.
Yeah. Who was it? They just did one. They did Lamar Odom.
I have to watch that one, yeah.
Recently, they did a chess one. There's a couple other ones that just came out. Their documentaries are usually really good, though. But their original like movies and shit.
Yeah, some of them are okay.
I always feel like
Kristen Bell's show was pretty good. The Rabbi, Adrian, what's his name? Brody?
I watched only a couple episodes, but there was one really funny part with his friend. And I have to go back and find it to send.
I'll take your word for it.
No, it was really funny. Like it was one of those like actual laughing out loud.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But watch The Crash. I've been telling people to watch it. It's so crazy.
It is wild. There's also, if you don't want to watch the full one, there's a Hulu documentary about it, which is like an episode of a show, and there's also one on HBO Max, I think. So like after we watch it, Jess watched it because there's they talk to people from the high school who weren't her friends.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, she was mean. I'll say it nicely. Like in that Netflix one, they talked to all her friends. They didn't really talk to anyone in the school who were allegedly bullied by her.
Yeah, so, right.
Yeah, it's always, and that's the thing with those documentaries. It's always. But she was convicted in a court of law. So.
Yeah, so it is what it is. I mean, I thought some of the stuff that they were showing, as far as like showing her TikToks and stuff as evidence of, I'm like, it's a little bit of a stretch. Like, I get where you're going, but it's like a little bit of a stretch because everybody is just posting to make themselves look a certain way. Like, I don't know if that really justifies. Like, I don't know if that. Yeah, real evidence.
They showed and I know it was the sentencing part of it. Like, she was already guilty. Then they were trying to decide how long the sentence would be.
Yeah, so they're showing her TikToks.
And he showed a video or like a Halloween thing, and I was like, Halloween? I'm like, really? Who cares? And he's like, this is like 2 months after it happened. I'm like, oh, I kind of see.
Yeah, and then they were like, well, we were dressed up like Playboy Cardi, and so I
don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You don't listen to music.
No, I don't listen to music. I was thinking of you the other day when I was driving to work, and like I caught up on all my podcasts, and I finished my book, and I have to wait for the next audio. So the sixth one in the series, I have the physical book, but I have to wait for the audiobook for someone else to finish it so I can listen.
Yeah.
And so I was driving to work, and I was like, I have nothing to listen to. I was like, I wonder if I should listen to music.
That's so crazy to me.
I decided against it.
It's so crazy. Like,
yeah,
I like a good balance. Like, there's times where I'm like, I just need music. That's it. And then there's times where I'm like if I'm driving late at night, it's probably a podcast or like some sort of interview series. Like, I'm not usually listening to music when I'm driving late at night. I think because it helps me
focus on the darkness.
Yeah, if I'm listening to something where I'm listening.
I probably won't listen to anything on the way home. To be
You're just sitting in silence. It's so crazy, man. Like, and you miss out like on concerts and shit. Besides the one that got rained out on us.
Yeah, that was the last time I tried.
Is it really?
I don't think so. I went to a Muse concert with Chris way back when.
Dude, that was
Square Garden.
Probably like 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's what we're talking here.
That's fucking crazy.
I have not gone. I went with my brother to New York Dolls show.
You have no interest in going to a concert?
No.
No, I mean, now at this age, right? Like,
no, I mean, the tickets are also stupid expensive.
You got to get in on the pre-sales. I got really lucky on one specific concert.
Good idea. Who that? Also, that venue's not bad.
I love Xfinity. I really do. Because like usually they would do Ozfest there and stuff, which I think they're bringing back next year.
Is this the one that got rained out on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
but I make sure when I go, I buy tickets, I'm underneath because of that.
That one memory, the core memory.
That one fucking time. That one fucking time. And that's when we got tickets. We used to go upstairs. Was it Filene's? Upstairs and Filene's at Warwick Mall.
Wow.
You'd literally go to the Ticketmaster office. This was, before the internet really boomed, I guess.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, now, I mean, even, so Metallica's doing 2 shows at Mohegan. Like, yeah, let me just look.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen them, but let me look. Cheapest ticket, $600.
Right.
I'm not going to go.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not going to go.
Yeah, you've seen it before. And yeah. So.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I can't. Jess likes to go to concerts every once in a while. She'll go to them, but I have less than no interest.
She's probably gonna miss that Hillary Duff one too, huh?
It's right.
It's in August.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe not. I can put the kids to bed.
That's true.
If she wants to go. I mean,
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she does. Laura would probably go with her.
Probably.
Right?
I'll mention it to her.
I mean, I got in on the pre-sale.
That's true.
But that's because I'm a psycho. And Graham bailed on me, so I had to invite my sister. And I was like, no excuses. Well, because Mel's not going to fucking want to go to that.
Oh, it's a nice night out for your sister, though.
Yeah, and I was like, there's no excuses because we're down on the floor. I go, so that means early access. So you don't have a kid that day.
Right. And you're offering to drive.
Yeah, the ticket, I already paid for the tickets.
Right. Yep, yeah.
Because I was going to.
Shit, I would go.
Oh, see? We could have invited you. Damn it. She already said yes. I'm surprised she said yes because a few weeks ago I kind of mentioned, I was like, Graham's probably not going to do this because he doesn't really want to go to concerts. But that's how we bonded at first because he had gone to the same tour.
Yeah.
I'm like, so just keep that open. She goes, oh, yeah, I would go. I'm like, really? Like, I never knew her to be into Hillary Duff. The light's dimming, isn't it?
That was my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's also just like, just get out and spread your wings a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nice weather, but it's also underneath. You're literally
you're fine.
Right in front of the stage.
Wow. You really got in that pre-sale.
Those tickets were going for like $1,000 after the fact. I was like, I did not pay that because somebody told me about it. Nuts. They're like, when the pre-sale starts selling like crazy, they up the prices. So I think Lauren was telling me they were like going for like $1,000 on the floor. I was like, I didn't. Wow. I love her, but that's not what I paid.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have a friend of mine, the same Clemson. He's actually come up on the show because he's a Jets fan, Clemson fan. He's actually originally from England, so he's London, soccer and whatnot. So they just paid like $600 for World Cup tickets at Gillette, which like you don't have to pay for room and board. And he's like, he's never seen England in a major tournament before, which is like, once in a lifetime kind of thing, probably. Sure. You can take the train and stuff. I think, yeah. So like, if it was one time, like this is it, and he's going with his dad, like, come on, that's great.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I probably, and also Hillary Duff hasn't toured in 20 years.
Yeah.
If you did want to be in $1,000, I wouldn't have judged you. Let people enjoy things.
I feel like that. Yeah, $1,000 each would have been nuts.
That would have been really
because that's like even more than I spend to go to like Block Island for like 4 days, 5 days.
That's,
it's like that's
wild.
That's a lot. Yeah. But luckily, I got in nice and early. I got a nice little pre-sale, and there's like some little goodies that come with it too. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this email. It's like 10% off her website. You get early access. You get like a keychain or some shit.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna be like the only dude.
I know. I hope you go sleeveless.
Well, here's the thing, and I thought about this. It's going to be August, first week of August, so it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
But ideally, what I wanted to do was to wear the concert shirt I got at her show in 2005.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
However, then I would have to modify it and cut the sleeves off.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm ruining it.
You can just roll it up.
Could just roll it up.
Pin them.
But I have...
Do a little tie it up in the belly.
That's true. I have 2 shirts, but that one I bought at her concert. So, like, she's obviously going to see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is my only shot.
Yeah.
This is my only shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
If it were me, that is what I would wear. Speaking of 20, I have a funny story to tell you off the air.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'll report back. That's the only concert I'm going to this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Actually, I'll tell part of the story first. We're officially at 20 years since we graduated high school.
Funny you brought that up.
The more I'm thinking of this, I'm pretty sure it's a 25 year. I don't think there's a 20-year reunion. I don't think that's happening.
There's not.
If it is, we weren't invited.
So I was lied to. So it's funny this came up
I love off-season shows. They're my favorite.
I was rearing to go, and I was like, I know we're gonna record for the schedule. I go, I'm not gonna fucking tell them until we record. But it ended up being a lie. Diane sent a thing, and it was like she fucking AI'd a banner, but it queued it up for me because I had just seen one of the four.
Right, who's in the vicinity of where you travel sometimes.
Just saw one of the four.
Yeah.
That day.
Wow.
And then she sent that in a group chat.
Yep.
And I was like, these motherfuckers. And I'm asking people, I was like, D-Rock, did you get invited to this fucking thing? He was like, yeah, I think so. He goes, no, wait, I didn't. I was like, wait, what the fuck? How did Dan Rock? The Rocks are an institution in Westport. We talked about this.
How
did he not get invited?
His father just turned 70. Shout out John Rock.
Oh, shout out Johnny Rockets.
Yep. I saw my parents the other day. And, yeah, they said he had his birthday party. Dan Rock was there, obviously.
Yeah. Did you see him?
I didn't. No, I wasn't there. My parents.
Your parents.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Oh my god, Dan Rock was so nice. He wheeled your father over in the." He was very nice. I got to text him and say thank you.
Oh yeah.
Because he's in the what's it called, wheelchair. He's like, "Oh my god, Dan Rock's so nice."
Yeah.
He's a nice boy.
Nice boy. But if he didn't get invited, then
then
it came out that it was fake. But it was like you caught me at the right time for me to take the bait because I was like, I'm just waiting.
Right.
And then I was sitting. I'm like, I'm not even gonna text Maurice. I'm gonna wait till we're live on the fucking air so I can tell him we didn't get invited. And it was a farce. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? It's been 20 years. That's what I was like. Because my niece Audrey just turned 20 on May 17th. She was born when we were seniors in high school.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was like thinking of that, and I was thinking same thing. I thought of you. I was like, I don't think that's a thing. I think it's 25. I think we came to realization of a while back.
25.
But so we'll talk to you in 5 years.
Yeah, when we're on season 9 of the MOJO show. Because I was thinking, I mean, but they didn't do it last year. My sister didn't. They didn't do it last year. So
right.
I don't know.
That's going to be the key because her was David Iacono, and he killed himself for the 10-year,
which is crazy. Yeah.
So he will probably do it.
But he took it over for somebody, right?
Yeah, someone resigned as president. He took it over as vice president.
Like, if you're president, are you president forever of that class?
Not if you resign.
Or if you die.
Blood. Or if you die. That's yep.
Yeah, like what's the longest reunion they've ever done in history? Like if they've done like an 80-year reunion, I think they can have done an 80-year reunion.
Oh my god. Probably. I think my parents
an 80-year reunion?
My parents
just had 97.
I think my parents just had their 50th. Maybe 75. 75 seems like a number.
That's crazy. It's a 75th high school.
Maybe not. There's not enough people left. Right? We could get there.
I don't know. The last time they did a 10-year, how many people probably showed up to Nino's?
I thought they canceled it.
They did, but then they just did it at Nino's.
Oh, I thought my brother had something like that too, where his class president was Erica Sylvia, who worked for like News Channel 6, and he's like, she didn't do anything, so we all just got together at like a restaurant.
Yeah, I think that they were trying to sell tickets at one of the country clubs for $50, and nobody bought. So then they just
it's because they didn't tell anyone.
Honestly,
or someone.
And they did it at Nino's, which is technically, I think, in Coventry. Could be wrong here, but also
should have done an All-Stars.
Should have done that at LA Cafe. Then I'll show up.
Oh, I'll be there with bells on.
I will be there.
When I was going to my parents the other day, I was driving my bills. I almost took a photo to send to you, but I was driving, so I figured that wasn't safe. But I should drive by.
Did you see? So when you go, you drove by Bills?
Yeah, my GPS took me a weird way. Like I came out of that street with like the little the bridges that like shut down for a long time. That's where it took you out. And I
off of 295 and shit.
Yeah, 295. Yes, but like I didn't go towards like your mother's house. I went like right off the exit. Like usually I go left and through there, but it took me right, which I've never gone that way before. Maybe there was traffic or something or an accident.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it took me that way. It was very strange.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if you notice on the welcome to West Warwick or entering West Warwick
Which I
sign.
did see, yep.
You drove by it where you saw the sign.
Yep.
On the back of it is a Christmas crawl sticker.
Oh, I did not. Yeah.
We tagged around.
Nice. I'll have to keep an eye out for that next time.
There's some sprinkled around town.
All right.
And Harris was supposed to keep it up inside, and we went back for I think Cheese's birthday, and it was not there. I was pretty mad. It was like not even 3 months ago. Like, you lied to me. You told me, oh yeah, you can hang it up, and I hung it up. I tacked it up, and then now it's gone. So you lied. Anyway, where were we?
Some draft picks.
Draft picks.
Talk about my first. Talk about our free agent class. That was about it.
Okay, so let's go to the schedule. So, how do you feel about a Super Bowl rematch on a Wednesday night to start the season?
I don't love it. I don't like it. I don't love it.
At Seattle, too.
Yeah.
An 8:20.
I feel like they didn't need. So it's the first game of the year. Everyone's going to watch no matter what.
Mm.
You know, they don't. They haven't done this in a while. They didn't need the juice of like our Super Bowl rematch or whatever. You know, it's hard enough to lose the Super Bowl. Now they're gonna have to watch them unfurl the banner. Woof, that's rough. The only good thing,
why did they do it that way?
I don't
just like
because even a couple of years ago, I think with the Chiefs and Eagles, they could have done this and they didn't. They didn't rematch them in the opening game. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. Maybe because it was a Wednesday and they have that Thursday game in Australia. I don't love it.
yeah.
The only good thing I can hope for is that it's the first game of the season. It's a weird time. They have a new offensive coordinator. They lost their running back. Things happen. I do think our team is going to be better talent-wise, but I do think our record will be worse. It's a more difficult schedule. Maybe we'll catch them on their back foot. First game of the season, a lot of emotions running high, and maybe we'll catch a win there.
You know, it sounds good on paper, but I don't love it either. Because the last game I watched was this. How jazzed could you be to do this again?
Yeah, I totally get. Well, obviously the winner, like this is a newer thing, them opening the season. I think it's great. You know, shower them in adoration, do the banner. That's fun. You don't need to see the loser there. We already got the suck spotlight for a couple weeks after the season ends. We don't need it again.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I do like how they have their own. Typically, it's a Thursday. The Super Bowl champion kicks off, but doing a Super Bowl rematch on that is just kind of fucking weird.
It is weird. It's Wednesday, which isn't the biggest deal because it's the first game of the season. So then they have a weird, like very long break right away, like a week and a half. So I'm not a big fan.
They are really leaning into their Wednesday games, though.
It
started with Christmas.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they add a Wednesday night football. I really feel that way. And this is me, like I said, the old man yelling at the clouds thing with like the Thursday games, the Friday games now, there's Saturday games.
The only day is Tuesday right now, unless it was a holiday.
Yeah. They
don't play a Tuesday game.
And now they're talking about the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, 3 games on Thanksgiving, Friday, Black Friday, Sunday. And back in the day, it was 2 games on Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And they added 1, 2, 3 games. It's just nuts. The Sunday, like, red zone night week of, like, 10 games happening at once is it's getting diluted. Diluted. Like, you could sit there and watch like half the league, more than half the league on a single Sunday, and now it's just not the case anymore, and I don't love it.
I don't either, but you can't tell me that when the next CBA comes up that they don't go to an 18th game because of shit like this.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. All the international games that they're doing.
I've said that for years. They're queuing up because Thursday Night Football, if you remember, started on NFL Network, and then eventually it got bigger, and then they shopped it. And now Amazon's paying them a ass ton of money, and Amazon doesn't want to get the Jaguars and the Titans; they want the big games.
Right.
So, so Sunday morning football is going to happen. It's going to be every week, and it's going to be an international game every single week. I guarantee it. That 9:30 slot, they've been dry running that for a long time. Someone's going to pay for it. Probably Netflix.
Yeah.
Because that next media deal is going to be a bloodbath.
Oh, my God. It's going to be nuts.
Yep.
My gripe, and if you look at the entire schedule, it's not terrible. But if you look at, I just look at the first 4 for Washington.
Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, wow.
So
Zowie.
Washington kicks off at Philly.
Yep.
Week 2 goes at Dallas, is back home against the Seahawks. They go to London against the Colts. Don't get a bye. Come back and play the Giants. Then go to San Francisco to play the Niners, and then they get a bye. So that, I mean, it was actually the first 6 weeks, but like the first 4 is like at Philly, at Dallas, against at home against Seattle, and then London against the Colts. Yep. But then they come back and play at home against the Giants, and then they go across country to San Francisco.
That is
like that. That is a brutal 6 weeks. But the first 4 is like, what the fuck, man?
That's a long flight for the 49ers too. Jesus, from California to London, that's wild. Yeah, that first 3 especially is.
Well, the London game is the Colts.
Oh, sorry. Oh, back to the 49ers.
We go London, we go home, and then we go.
Gotcha. Yeah,
like
that first 3 is tough. We actually don't play the Giants in the preseason, which is weird. We usually play them every year. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think ours broke out pretty okay. I mean, the Seahawks one isn't ideal, but then we have the Steelers with a new head coach, the Jaguars who are Jekyll and Hyde, and they are good one year, bad the next. Good 1 year. So which one are we gonna get? Surprisingly, the Bills we didn't get on primetime this year. We have a 1:00 game with them.
You guys usually do a Thursday against the Jets, I feel like.
Yeah, we have 2 Thursday night games this year. One against the Vikings and one against the Bears. The Bears one's going to be a good game. But I was surprised. I said all year I thought we were going to. You guys got hosed last year because you were the darlings. The year before you got Thanksgiving and Christmas, which freaking sucked. I was convinced we were going to be on one of those days, but we're not. I couldn't believe it. We are on like 5 primetime games or solo games, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
So, and I guess we could always get flexed in at the end there too, depending on what happens.
Now, Washington's schedule. They finish at Dallas in Week 18, but they're from Week 11 through 17, no division games. Is New England like that too? You know how they used to backload the division games? This year, not really.
I'm sorry, what week?
So, like, we finish against Dallas.
Yep, I know they all.
But between weeks 11 to 17, we have no division games.
So
we're very front-loaded with that.
Week 10, we go to Munich to play the Lions. We actually got lucky there because we're not playing in Detroit. So they're a road team, and we have a lot of fans in Germany because Sebastian Vollmer used to play for us. He was German. He speaks German. He actually is a NFL commentator over there. So a lot of German fans and a lot of Patriots fans in Germany. So that might be home-ish game. That was the big problem last couple of years ago when we played the Colts and we lost them 10-6 in Germany. It was the worst football game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh yeah,
pretty sure the game that got Bill Belichick fired and Mac Jones cut.
Yep.
Woof. Hopefully this is better for them. I felt bad for the fans. Then we have the bye after international, which makes sense, like you guys should have, but probably because it's later in the season. And then we have from week 12 through 17, we have 1, 2 division games.
Yeah, so I mean, they used to really backload those, and I'm like looking at it, and go,
yeah, having none is weird.
Yeah, there's just, I mean, we have the Giants in week 10, and then we have Dallas in week 18, and in the middle.
We actually too got a little bit lucky because, so in my opinion, and the Ravens also have a new head coach, but in my opinion, I feel like the Ravens are a better team than the Steelers, but because the Steelers won the division on a field goal. Got a field goal essentially. Yeah. We play the Steelers, not the Ravens. Yeah. So I think we made out there. And then we played the Jaguars because they won. They got first place, not the Texans. But I'd probably rather play them than the Texans. Yeah. So we actually didn't. It shook out pretty okay for us. We played the Raiders again. So we got the Jets twice and the Dolphins twice. I'm convinced the Dolphins are tanking. I'm a little surprised they signed Malik Willis, but everything else they tore it down to the studs.
Yeah.
So if we could just get the 2 wins against them, the 2 wins against the Jets, starts us with 4, and then the Raiders 5. Like, come on, then you really only need to go like 5.
You're hosting again, which is crazy.
That is weird. Oh, you guys, Alex, you want to go?
I don't know.
That is weird though. 2 years in a row.
What week is it? Because I feel like it lines up with when they're playing the Giants again.
It is October 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 5. So last year it was funny. It was a kickoff. It was the opening week, and we were playing the Giants. So it's the same. We're playing the Giants again on the same time.
Interessante.
He probably would want to go to that. I told you about my game stories. So Cheese and I have been talking about the last couple of years to go to the Giants to watch Washington and the Giants.
Yep.
And last year it was like the week of the crawl. That ain't happening. And then this year, it's on a Thursday night at New York. So then, but that was one thing. And then it was like, all right, I'm hoping that the London game isn't against Cincinnati. The last time we did a London game, it was against Cincinnati. So it's probably not going to be them. I'm like, as long as it's not like in the dead of winter.
Yep.
Because I want to go because Mel's sister and brother-in-law are Bengals fans. Schedule comes out. It's on a fucking Monday night. Not only a Monday night, the week of Thanksgiving. I go, so we ain't fucking doing that.
That's wild.
So I'm like really mad, but I'm trying to potentially go to the Dolphins. Washington's hosting the Dolphins in the first preseason game.
So is it the Monday before Thanksgiving and the Monday after Thanksgiving?
Before.
Okay. Because we're Sunday Night Football the Sunday after Thanksgiving against the Chargers. So we have, let's see here.
You have 5 primetime games?
We have 1, 2, 3. Yep. We have, Wednesday Night Football, which is the opener.
Fucking so stupid.
We have 8:15. We have Thursday Night Football against the Bears. Sunday Night Football against the Chargers. Monday Night Football against the Chiefs.
Oof.
And then, that's 4.
At KC?
No. Wait. Yes. That's 4. Sorry. I was looking at the Detroit game because that's not prime time, but you're the only team playing at 9:30 a.m. So
I count. I count the Colts one.
And then the Broncos week 17 it could be flexed in depending on where we are at the end. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Beginning week 5, games are subject to flex scheduling. So that Monday Night Football game against the Bengals might get flexed out. Just saying. Unless Burrow or Daniels gets hurt. But the last time we played them a couple of years ago, it was a Monday night game. If you remember, it was early in the season. It was like a big win for Washington. So it's like they're doing Monday night again because the LSU guys, Burrow, Daniels. So they're doing it again. I just was pretty pissed because I'm like, I could swing a Monday night. It's Monday night the week of Thanksgiving. Like now you're talking about taking off like 2 days plus the travel expenses that week in general. And then if you work Wednesday, then you're off Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, it's like not doable. Plus, like with the kids' schedules and whatnot, it's just like it ain't happening. I figured if it was a Sunday, no harm, no foul, because I would have just stayed for the weekend and done the game and flew home Sunday night. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
But sometimes she goes.
Sometimes she don't.
There you go. So we have week 4 against the Colts in London. 2 weeks later, we have the Monday night game against the Niners, which that sucks. Then we have a Thursday night against the Giants. The following week, we have a Monday night against the Bengals. So we have 4 primetime games right now, and then like a few 4:30 games. They're actually playing at Arizona, so I expect Bronson to go.
Nice.
Support my team.
Yep. I heard from good old Bronson today.
We did. He was quiet.
He was quiet.
He didn't answer yesterday, so
sorry I never replied to your Jaylen Brown gift. I really do blame myself for that. Really fucked that one up big time.
It was just because it was Game 7. It was all on him, and
he showed us.
I tell you, blowing a 3-1 lead.
It's not good.
Nah, it's not great. It's not great. Who do you think is going to win it this year?
I want to say the Spurs.
Yeah.
One beyond.
What was his stat line? It was like 41 and 24 yesterday. Like, what the fuck?
The guy's like literally an alien. It's weird. You like see him. He doesn't look right. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy. The funny thing about our schedule, so the other thing that people take into account too is like distance traveled. And last year our schedule was obviously super cupcake, but also we barely traveled last year. We had 1 game out of the Eastern time zone, and it was against the Saints.
By an hour.
Yeah, that's like fake because it's like right over the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, only one this year. We're opening the season in Seattle. We're going to Germany, so there's a lot. But also, we were bad last year. That's why our schedule the schedule was easy, but also coming into that season, we were expected to be best. So we didn't have any primetime games. We didn't have any big international games. They didn't want us on there, so.
That's what happens. I mean, even last year with Washington, like you said, we had Christmas and Thanksgiving, and honestly, it was like back up.
That was unfair.
The whole time.
It really was, and I think Goff even said it because I think they played Christmas too. He's like, it kind of sucks. I'm like, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think they're just making it they're making it harder to even think about repeating too, because of the fucking international games and now you're playing you're playing 6 out of the 7 days a week now.
I did say one of the I've said it before. One of the best things about football and the reason people got into it and could watch teams that weren't their team is it was always on like the free TV, CBS, Fox. It was on NBC for a while too when we were younger. Monday Night Football was always, Sunday Night Football was on ABC when we were kids, right? Now that's a newer thing where it's on ESPN and stuff. And like that was the big game, Monday Night Football. If you had cable, that was the big prime time game. It was one game. Sunday Night Football was free, so a lot of people watch it, but not everyone can get Monday Night Football. Or the other way around, and now it's everywhere, and it's very diluted, and I do not love it. Part of me selfishly loves it as like a sicko, because like, hey, I like to watch Thursday Night Football. I can the kids are asleep, I can watch it unperturbed.
Yeah, right.
But long term, I don't love it, and especially when they start putting up these walls of Amazon, Paramount Plus, Netflix. What else is out there that they're putting? Peacock, Peacock exclusive games. It's just not cool. I don't like that.
No, I don't love it. I really sometimes the night games aren't bad here and there. Like I don't stay up, but if it's Washington, I stay up, and it's like those 3 night games. And honestly, it's like we get a Thursday night, and then the following week we have a Monday night. Like that back to back, like 8:15 games. Like, dude, I'm sorry, I've been going to bed. I guess pretty fucking early.
Yeah,
lately.
so we got. Week 12, we're Sunday Night Football. Week 14, we're Thursday Night Football. And then week 15, we're Monday Night Football. So literally 2 weeks in a row, you're going to see nonstop commercials of, here are the Patriots on Sunday. It's going to be annoying. It's annoying. It's kind of like the Chiefs last year. I do wonder what their schedule like, because they were 6 primetime games last year, and those were brutal to watch.
Yeah.
I wonder I'm not sure how many they have. They didn't really do much. They traded their best cornerback. They drafted a cornerback, but who knows with a rookie.
Well, are they the one that signed Kenneth Walker? Is that where he went? Where did Kenneth Walker go? Did he not go to the Chiefs?
I don't think so.
Why am I thinking he went to the Chiefs?
He went to... Oh, no, you're right. I did not realize that. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, the Seahawks lost him. He was just MVP. Yeah. One of the guys we did get was... One of the problems with Chason is he isn't the best at setting the edge. So Kenneth Walker ran all over us around the edge in the Super Bowl. Yakis from Illinois is supposed to be better at doing that. We got him in the second round. Hopefully he can help set the edge a bit better. The edge class was very deep, so I was happy. I was happy with that. We got a tight end that we definitely needed one to try and grow with Drake, the Notre Dame guy. Curious what your cousin thinks of him, Reardon. He didn't have any touchdowns last year, which is a concern, but he was they don't really use tight ends in college like they do in the pros. Yeah. But he's like 6'7". He tore his ACL in high school. It's been like 3 years, so I think it'll be okay. But Bill Belichick used to say third-round guys are first-round guys, but there's a reason that they slipped. It's because of injury or something in the So they have first-round talent. There's just something there. Yeah. Like even Gronk went in the second round because of his back injury. So So yeah. I think it was a good draft. We also took a running back in the 7th round, Flyers, a quarterback, which is fine. Whatever, take him one every year.
Yeah, I guess.
Throw him out. I mean, it's funny because the Patriots have, in the last 10, even before Brady left, we signed one like every single year. We had Mallet. Yeah. We had KOC, Kevin O'Connell. Yep. We drafted him. We took Brian Hoyer as an undrafted free agent. Jacoby, Jimmy G.
Yeah, that's right. You guys went through the
we drafted a lot of quarterbacks. This is something they always did. And then even the year after Mac, which this one was stupid. Like, if you're going to take a quarterback, take him in the 7th round. Don't draft Mac in the 1st round. And then the next year, use a 4th round pick on another quarterback. Bailey Zappi. Yeah. That's stupid. You can still get talented guys in the 4th round.
Yeah, and he was undersized too. Like,
it was dumb. It was like Belichick really started losing his fastball, and that was just the case there. Yeah. I'm flying through real quick of like some of the best primetime games. One of the Christmas games is the Rams at the Seahawks. That'll be good. That's a good one. The problem is with like the Thanksgiving games is it's not late. It's early enough in the season where like there's still a glimmer of hope. Most teams are still in it ish. Christmas, you might.
There's only 2 weeks left.
Like your game last year, there wasn't much to fight for, unfortunately.
Because was Dak out last year? wasn't it 2 backup quarterbacks?
I think it might have been, yeah.
I think it was 2 backups playing last year. It was like, not great. It's like this big matchup. And
the Thanksgiving night game looks like it's the Chiefs at the Bills. Chiefs with a new head coach. That'll be interesting.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Seahawks are all over this stuff. Yeah. So I'm curious to see now. It's a copycat league, so the Seahawks defense. I'm curious to see what the rest of the league does with them. So it'll be.
Well, like you said too.
fun.
I mean, they lost Kenneth Walker, right? And then they lost Kubiak.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, anything can happen.
Injuries
there.
happen. We'll see.
And they weren't even expected to win it last year. I think it was kind of like between them, the Rams.
Yeah.
And who was the other one that was out of the NFC? Maybe Philly, just
Yeah,
because they were
probably,
Philly.
yeah.
But like those 3 were kind of like in the running where it could have been.
And you said too, it's really hard to repeat. Like the Chiefs
Yeah.
before them, the Patriots made it seem easier than it is. It's really not. And then you saw the Chiefs completely fall apart. I'm curious to see what happens with Mahomes because he tore his ACL late in the season. They're not like they used to be. It's not your father's ACL tear, but still, we'll see what happens. Yeah, but it's funny. It was funny, like you said, the Seahawks kicked off the year not being the perennial favorite, but by the end of the year, I know they were mine. They were number 1 in my power rankings.
That's right. They were.
Everyone were like they're by far the best team in the league. Like,
Yeah, the
you saw it.
defense.
Yeah,
Again.
It was really that Thursday night football game against the Rams. Whoever won that game was going to get that 1 seed, and Seahawks won.
I remember that Thursday night game, or was it Sunday night or Monday night game we played against them? They kicked the shit out of us. You remember there was a stretch last year. There was a month worth of games that we lost by 3 touchdowns or more.
Yes, I do remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one thing too, where we have 2 new coordinators, first time coordinators, right? I'm usually the guy that doesn't, with the coaches that we've hired, I'm like, if this year don't work, pull it. I think you got to stay the course here. I wouldn't be so, because people are like, oh well, if they with this schedule, if they bottom out, like Quinn's gone. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would pause on that for a second. You have 2 new coordinators.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have to restart this whole fucking thing again. I wouldn't pull the plug just yet.
I agree. This is Drake's first year with the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row. Because he went from high school to obviously college. College, he had his junior year or his sophomore year was his really good year with the good offensive coordinator that he lost. Roma Dunze? No, he had Josh Downs. He had Josh. He's in the Colts now. He had him in North Carolina. He was good. He lost him. Lost his offensive coordinator. The team regressed. He regressed. He still went third overall, but the skills were there. But he has McDaniels for the second year in a row. We have the same defensive coordinator for the second year in a row for the first time in a while. So it's some nice continuity. We'll see what happens with Vrabel. I don't think anything's going to happen. I know I really don't give a shit. I don't think most people care, but it's going to get.
Those leaks just keep.
Just like, are we going to talk about it? I'm like, sure. I don't think Joe really wants to talk about it, but if he wants to, I'll talk about it. I was like, I just don't care.
I think, because leaks keep coming out, and it's like they trickle out. This is how these things happen.
Especially in the offseason when things are really quiet.
They're going to keep trickling out. And depending on how bad it gets, it's honestly going to look worse on Kraft to not make a move. If it gets real bad, and they're like, "Oh, there's,"
is he a kidnapper or something against her will?
I don't know if there's a sex tape out there or like
that
who knows?
would be bad.
That's pretty bad.
I mean,
the last thing since we talked was she was 7 months pregnant.
That was did you talk about that? I'm like, I don't think we did.
No, because we didn't know yet.
Right.
That just came out like 2 weeks ago, maybe. It was like
I have my theories. My theory.
It's his kid.
No, not that. Maybe. My theory is that him and people in his orbit, I'm just saying this, have like an agreement, and that's why it was so out there, like in public. Like, come on, you're like a known guy.
Maybe, but
that's
then why not
working theory?
Like
they're still together.
But even that, then I would just come out and say like.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I don't want to go. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
I would rather.
I don't want you and your.
No, I know, but it's already out.
He's a cuck.
I don't know.
You just look away and think about that one.
Maybe, but like, if it was like
I meant Lucini's husband, by the way, not Vrabel.
Oh, all right. Because I was thinking Vrabel. Like, that doesn't.
He's a little too big for that.
Doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, right? Like, I would rather, if it was me, I'd rather be like, well, I have an open relationship,
right?
Versus like I'm cheating on.
I could also be like, it's not anyone's business.
I know you're right. I know, but this is the world. When you live in the,
I'm not that I'm saying you're saying that, but
you live in the public eye. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know, and I don't know the details, but you know, when you see it on paper, it's like 7 months pregnant on a boat with another dude.
That is weird.
That'd be like if Jess was on a boat right now.
That's what we said. That's what we said. She's like, that's like me now. It was like 8 months. It was 8 months at the time, and I was like, because I was the whole, I was the whole like, I don't care. And then she said that, I was like, you know, you're not wrong. That is really weird. It's really weird.
That's fucking weird.
That's, but it's just the funny thing is someone realizes like, oh my god, I have these photos because someone who took the photos in the casino, I think, said they thought it was his wife because they were so chummy. He didn't even think.
Well, then you know what happens is when something leaks, people go back and be like, oh, exactly. I remember I fucking saw that.
Yeah.
So then it just keeps adding to it. So I don't know. I mean,
I don't think anything's going to happen. I think much worse things have happened, and nothing's happened to those people. Like Andy
especially
Reid,
in that organization.
Like, yeah, I mean, Andy Reid's son killed, or was it his son? That was his son, right?
Yeah,
the car accident. The other one with the drugs and stuff. And I remember one of the judges said, like, the only way a parent, whoever lived in this house, didn't know this is happening is if they're like just a complete idiot. And Andy Reid is not a complete idiot. So a lot of stuff have gone on. Tony Dungy with his whole oddities, holier than thou attitude. Whatever.
You're not a Dungy guy.
No, I don't like it. And if whatever, as long as Vrabel didn't like hurt anyone, I really could care less.
I mean, it depends on how bad the leaks get. Because like if there's like a sex tape out there,
you watch it?
No. Well. Not for any sort of like interest like that. It's like one of those things where you would have to. Listen, it's like when we used to watch the Celtics games and we would just, we'd search the web.
It happens.
Let's see what's up.
You go on Google. There was not as many guardrails back then as there are today.
No. Right.
And listen, I'd have to watch it for the research. We do a show. I'd have to.
We'd have to talk about it.
Yeah, we'd have to talk about
we would have to talk about it. So if it comes to that, if it gets to that point, and we'll do an episode about that.
We'll do an emergency episode.
Sex tape. But then it's going to get to the point where it's going to look bad on Kraft, who he's had his own shit too. It's just going to be like, why won't you? And you know what it is? He won't fire him because he knows what the other side looks like. You guys finally got back to some good prominence.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's like, I ain't going back to fucking Gerard Mayo. I'm not fucking doing this again.
Great married family man. Screw that.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to do it. It's all about winning.
Exactly. Winning trumps everything. You just keep winning. No one's going to care.
Nobody cares.
It's a very dead time of the season right before the draft. Now we're back into the dead. But then once training camp kicks up, and then here's the thing too, is something's going to happen somewhere else to someone else. Something big's going to drop, and then they're going to immediately forget about it. So, they're going to run out of time to talk about it, or another big celebrity thing's going to happen.
I saw a video where there was a reporter that was just fucking harassing him. Like, Brendan says to me, it was like some TMZ
thing,
but it was just like they followed through the airport to his car, and it's like I would have at least had headphones on. Good for him because he just tuned it out. But like it was like you're literally harassing this guy now.
Right.
Like definitely not excusing his shit if that wasn't like an consensual open relationship on both ends. But it's also like you're literally harassing this guy. Like fuck off.
Right. I agree.
So I don't know. But
we'll see.
It is like just being on a boat with another dude.
It is.
Right about now. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Super weird.
It's definitely weird. Like but how would the husband, like what would she have said? She was working?
I guess that she has to interview someone.
On a boat by himself. That's weird too. Because maybe
they're with a group of friends. That's what she said.
Yeah, maybe. But what if they weren't and they hooked up? That's fucking weird.
Wait, what?
What if they weren't? They're on that boat. She's 7-8 months pregnant and they hooked up.
Some people are into pregnant chicks.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Especially if it ain't yours.
Oh, Oh, right. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's very bizarre. And like, there's photos of her and him still together. The Rossini and her husband, and him and his wife. She had a ring on in the airport. I don't know. It is bizarre because like Jess and I, we don't like we know we have the location for each other because you never know.
Yeah.
But like, we're not checking on each other all the. But I also know where she is most times. Like at the 7-month pregnancy mark. Like, right. I always like never because I also 7 months isn't full term, but it's still kind of possible.
You're getting close.
It's like, I'd like to know where she's located.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, like her husband wasn't like, what are you doing? Why are you in the middle of the ocean?
I see her location here.
Oh, my goodness.
And then it says you're in the middle of the Atlantic.
And then you name your son the name of the man you're having an affair with?
Trash.
That's weird.
If none of this was an open orgy type, open relationship, cock type shit, do your thing. But if it's not that, and this is literally like your back door and that's fucked.
That's weird.
Up.
That's very weird.
I do not condone none of it. But it's also like the open relationship thing. People used to say that about Conor all the time, Conor McGregor, because they'd see him out, he's in the club, and blah, blah. It's like, I'm pretty sure he has an open relationship with his wife, and she allows it or his fiance at the time. Like, it's pretty out there that he's bouncing around, like, and he's still with his fiance, so it's probably an open relationship at that point.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard that from the side. That's name the kid. Oh fuck, no morals.
That's just my working theory. But we'll see what anything else. I mean, it's kind of since that boat thing has come out, there hasn't been much more. I don't think. Like there's been stuff like her and her husband were out and about, but we'll see. See what else happens.
Good for that guy. I mean, he must. I don't know. I won't judge.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me. That'd be the last day you ever see me. Yeah, that's how I would say it. I think I said that to Mel earlier. Don't fuck around because it'll be the last day you ever see me. I don't care.
That's totally fair.
I will care, like quietly. I'll care.
Sure.
You'll never see it, and you'll never see me again. It's not a threat. It's just
truth. Yes, it's a fact. Yeah.
Oh shit! Early predictions before we end this episode. Right, we're in May. Early record predictions for the Patriots. Right.
I want to say that their I will say floor is 8.
Wow. Okay.
And ceiling is 12. Yeah.
Wow. A lot of prime time.
There's a lot of prime time.
A lot of travel.
I see.
A lot of scandals.
I see.
Didn't one of your draft picks get in trouble last week?
Yeah, he was like a 7th rounder though.
All right, fuck him.
Making the team. Fuck that guy. What an idiot! Like he just like you 7th round pick. Like you're lucky to make it to camp.
Yeah.
Do that shit.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Not great.
Dudes.
There's always the XFL, CFL, whatever it is.
UFL. Diggs is innocent. I did see that. Assuming he'll latch on somewhere soon, but he still hasn't signed anywhere. I want to say 11 and 6.
11 and 6. Wow, that's
bad. That's good.
No. I think that.
You think it's awesome?
I think it's a tall order.
You think 11's a tall order?
I think so. No,
like I said, they got 5.
That's true. When you think about the division and the Raiders,
they have to go 5 and 5 to hit 10.
Yeah.
6 and whatever. Yeah. So
because you can't expect much from the Jets or the Dolphins or the
I'm
Raiders.
convinced the Dolphins are tanking. Like they to the studs. The Jets are the Jets. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for them. Oh, Gino, who does always play well against us. Week 1 last year, and also with the Seahawks. So yeah I mean, sure. But I think we should eke out those. But
I guess so. Yeah, when you think about it that way, that's 5, and then if you squeak out like the home win against or the road win against Buffalo,
so yeah, we split Buffalo 1-1. We get potentially 6. You get a win, yeah. And like the Jags game, I think we made out with the Steelers and the Jags games. Steelers have a new head coach. Aaron Rodgers is 500 years old. We should have beat them last year, but we turned it over 5 times. At Pittsburgh, the game's at New England. I can see.
Yeah, that's fair. When you break it down,
yeah,
I expected their schedule to be harder, but when you break it down like that, I could see.
Yeah,
I could see. I mean,
we didn't get the Texans. We got the The Chiefs are later in the season, so I think Mahomes could factor in if it was early in the season. Maybe that would have been a better one too, but it's later.
Yeah.
Who knows where Kelsey's going to be at that time? I think he actually statistically had a good year last year, but the eye test, you just know he's not, and he's only going to be another year older.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Washington. I'm actually not expecting too much. That's why I really don't want to pull the plug on the coach yet.
Yeah,
because I think last year with Jaden being hurt, it's kind of a wash.
Yeah, that was tough.
And then this year,
fake bad though. Fake
bad. It depends on injuries though. If they went 7-10, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, if a big player gets knocked out week 1, 2, yeah.
But then
I think 7. I think for you guys, let's say ceiling is what 10, floor 5.
6, 5, 6, 7, yeah. But then those early games, as bad as it looks on paper, it's also extended preseason.
I know.
So you might get those hard teams.
Yep.
When they're not really in the swing yet.
I guess a good question is, how does the rest of the division look? Do the Eagles, if they're going to lose A.J. Brown, it sounds like, could things blow up again for them?
I wouldn't be surprised if Philly took a step back, because I know
I think they're going to take another step back.
The Lions.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's fired. We just signed him. Safety.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, I know there's probably just bad relationship between him and AJ, but it's be careful what you wish for, kind of thing. Trade him away, because he is a problem. I mean, he's not getting any younger.
I remember what I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
And you have this discussion at work too. So this came up in the Patriots podcast I listened to. One of the emailers asked. So Drake May and Jaden both had really good early years. And outside of injury, is there a player out there in the NFL who had a really good first few years and then completely fell off? The closest thing I can think of is Stroud, which I don't think is entirely his fault, but people are
I don't know.
People are is Drake going to take a step back? I'm or Jay, I'm I think they're good. I don't think they're maybe a step back a little bit. Shit. Maybe not runner up MVP, but I think Drake's gonna be good for the next 10 years. Same with Jaden. I don't. Yeah. And RG3 injury, that was an injury thing. It wasn't.
Yeah, you're saying outside of injury.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know who
It's I feel confident in Drake. Part of me is is Drake gonna do that again? Have a runner up MVP type season, or is he gonna take a step back? But how far is the step back gonna be?
Well, honestly, it depends on the health of his other players too.
Yeah.
His teammates.
Yeah,
I would say Wentz, but Wentz was kind of an injury thing too.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
but he did get injured.
They were 11-0 when he got that injury, which is crazy to think about. People always forget that. Yeah. Something to think about, because I couldn't think of anyone. They talked about it on the show too, and they had a hard time. A lot of it was injury or other sports. Sometimes it came up, like baseball, basketball, more often.
Yeah.
My hot take for the season. The Lions are going to have a bad year. And Dan Campbell fired. I think he's been exposed. I think Ben Johnson was the brains of the operation.
It could be.
And they did hire a new offensive coordinator, so we'll see what happens.
Again, we said this early last year before the season. We said we were going to take a step back, and then we had Detroit people coming out and saying, "Oh, you don't know shit," which is fair. Sometimes you have that eye for the promoting from within, and that's fine too. But again, I just didn't expect them to repeat that year in 2024. That was their year.
Yep.
And they failed in the playoffs. So
and I think Jared Goff.
I think again,
low key stinks.
I think you've seen the best of Goff. I don't care.
And he's not someone who was really good and got really bad. He just
he's there.
He just evened out. It's like the Mendoza line, or what are they? The Dalton line. Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
He was always very middling, milquetoast, whatever.
Which is fine. Yeah. But also it's there's quarterbacks where an Alex Smith won't lose you the game.
Right.
Goff has the ability to lose you the game.
Right. You get to that point. And it's why? And what happened with the Rams? They got rid of him. They won the Super Bowl.
It's just math. It's just math. At that point, it's just math.
Straight math.
And even with Dallas, I think you'll see, Dallas should be better than they were last year. I would imagine if they keep Pickens, because they tagged him, but they're talking about, they tag and
And you were ahead of that one too, where
Sign
you're
and
like,
trade.
things are a little weird. Oh, they're a little weird.
What, in Dallas?
Yeah, with Pickens, like as soon as that rumble
Oh,
started,
I know.
yeah.
He started giving up on routes and shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Because, they were talking about they tagged him. He signed his tag, and then they were like, well, maybe they trade him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then they also just drafted Caleb Downs. I expect him to be a little bit better. I don't expect much from them, but I expect them to be a little bit better. Giants, I don't know. Harbaugh's first year.
Yeah,
They're good. Yeah. They're good on paper. I don't know how good they're going to be. They might be a 6-win team again.
If Dart keeps playing like he did last year, I don't think he'll survive the season. I think Harbaugh's a decent coach, but I think he might get more flowers than he deserves.
I thought that too, in a way.
Yeah.
He was very sought after, and the Giants were very willing to.
What have you done for me lately? Like those,
especially with Baltimore.
Those recent Ravens teams should have done more. And he's like McDermott-ish. He has a Super Bowl, but so does Mike McCarthy, who now coaches the Steelers. So does Tomlin.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys have one. We break through that 1 year.
And I don't know, it's probably a mix of the play calling in the playoffs because we've seen some bad stuff from their end, and then it's also for some reason Lamar's worst game is the game they lose in the playoffs. It just happens.
You play that style of football in the NFL he's going on 10 years now in the league, right? He's got to be up there 8, 9.
But that's another thing too. They have a new coach, right? So there's even, 10 coaching changes?
It was a crazy year for coaching.
I think it got up to 10.
Yeah.
And then all the coordinators that got fired. I think this year might be, we don't know who the fuck's going to be good because of all that.
Yeah. I mean, the Seahawks lost their coordinator, so it makes sense. Even those teams are impervious to that. I mean, if you think about interdivision, and didn't the Cowboys lose coordinators? You guys lost coordinators?
Yeah, we lost. I mean, there was so many coordinators that either got fired or promoted somewhere else. And between that and then the 10 head coaches, I really think that this year might be that crapshoot. I don't think we really know who's going to be good yet.
That's what I said all year last year. I was like, with the Patriots, I'm like, why not us? The way the AFC is, you just win a couple thing bounces go your way, you win 3 games, and hey, you got yourself a stew going. You're in the Super Bowl.
That's what happened to us the year before. We just made the
kept,
championship game because of
kept it rolling.
A lot of good luck went your way.
Yeah, you played against the Lions at the height of their powers recently, and you stole one from them at home, and there you go. You just keep on train rolling. Yeah, we got smoked in the Super Bowl, but
we got smoked in the championship game.
Yeah,
so
okay, championship game is a championship game, and a conference title is a conference title.
That's right.
It's a thing. People, the same in the NBA. People hate that annoys the crap out of me. That's one of my pet peeves. Conference titles is you lost the Super Bowl, so you're the worst team in the league. It's like what? I never understood that.
Yeah, I know.
You should be disappointed in the season because you lost the Super Bowl.
No, like I said, I was happy to just see Washington make it to a championship. Yeah. I haven't seen that in my lifetime. Yeah, so
a couple of years ago when the Celtics lost to the Warriors, it was really. I was so happy to see them in the finals, and they should have won that series too.
I know.
It's okay.
Not great.
They won in 2024. So, and I always tell people that championship's going to feed me for a full generation. 2008 did. Fed us for 18 years.
But this year, the way the playoffs have shaken out, they really could have had a shot if they didn't blow it against the Sixers, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just glad they didn't force Tatum back in there. I wasn't happy with Missoula's coaching in Game 7. He played guys who had never played with together in the starting lineup. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. So, not a good look.
But you want it. I mean, I think anything in the playoffs this year was a bonus because Tatum. I wasn't expecting. Yeah, even that when he came back, I was like, baby him.
Yep.
Baby him.
Yep.
And he played pretty well.
And I'm glad he didn't miss the whole season like we just talked about it with, what's his name, missing almost 2 years.
He got a few months in, so I expect next year will be even better.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We shall see.
So this is probably going to be the last episode for
the last one. When that
good 3 months.
So this is gonna be weird too for our week 1 episode because it's a Wednesday night game.
Oh yeah,
and we recorded Thursday night for the kickoff, but it's the Patriots, so I'd like to watch the Patriots.
Oh yeah, no.
So we'll have to do a Monday, Tuesday, and the baby will be 3 months. Hopefully they're sleeping by then. We'll let you know what the situation holds.
We shall see.
We shall see indeed. Maybe it's something we do. I mean, I think we'll be able to do it in person, but if not, there's always the
remote option. But I feel like with our IT issues,
we need to get a guy. Who's that NBA guy? How much does he charge?
I don't know.
$1 million an hour.
I know. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
No, maybe we'll try to throw up some like shorts throughout the summer when news breaks or something. Maybe we'll
me being up at 2:00 in the morning.
throw some stuff up there.
All right.
Whatever comes up. But
Okay.
for now,
I got a new phone, so all my logins messed up, and I couldn't get into the YouTube page. I tried, but I couldn't get in. So if you got any emails, it was me.
we're starting off at 120 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Where did we start last year? 77?
Yeah. I think we lost a couple, but that always happens. It fluctuates.
Yeah, fuck them.
But we're at 120 now. We started at like 73 or something like that last season. So
Wow. Soaring.
we're doing all
The
right.
drive for 200 starts today.
Can we get to 200?
I think so.
By
If we gained...
sometime this
Yeah.
season.
Because it's like a compounded interest once you get it going.
Yeah, you just got to keep it going. You got to keep feeding the beast, so that's why we have to figure out in the off season how do we keep feeding the beast.
This is year 4.
Going on year 4.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
I think that the idea for this came up like 2 weeks before the season a few years ago. So, and look at us now.
Look at us now.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Well, good luck to you, sir, and
Thanks.
the missus. And, hopefully I see you over the summer, like to go see the kids and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll get them out there.
Yeah.
Because I got the other two that I got to get out and about. They can't just stay in the house all summer.
Right.
So we'll be out. We'll figure it out.
We'll touch base.
Yeah. We'll be around.
So, until next time.
Bye.